Okay, so as you probably already know, affirmations has or seems to have been the new girl or be the new girl on the block. And you might have heard of affirmations in the past, or maybe you recently heard of them. You know, I know for myself, I didn't grow up hearing about affirmations. I don't even think I ever heard anyone say that word, but you probably know or have heard of how powerful they can be. But the question here is, do you know why? Do you know why affirmations are so powerful or can be extremely powerful? Let's start by understanding what affirmations are. An affirmation is a short, powerful statement and statements, and they allow you to consciously be in control of your thoughts. And an affirmation is carefully constructed to have the most impact. That is the whole point of writing affirmations, speaking affirmations. So when you say them or you think them, they become the thoughts that shape your reality. And yes, this is real. Okay? Research has proven that around 80% of the 50,000 plus subconscious thoughts that you have or we have in a day are negative ones. I mean, think about that. That's a lot of negativity. That's a lot of negativity. And affirmations make you consciously aware of your thoughts. It's such a powerful, magical thing. So when you're consciously, thinking of inspiring, empowering, and positive thoughts, it's easier to control the negative ones, the thousands of negative ones that are always threatening to take over. So to affirm is to say something positively, and with total, complete faith. I'm going to say that again. To affirm is to say something positively and with total, complete faith. Not wishy-washy, not kind of lukewarm, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Well, I kind of believe this. I don't know. Okay, I'll say it just because I say it. No, it's to believe. That is the power of faith. An affirmation is firmly declaring a positive thought and assertively stating it as truth. This is my truth. This is truth. This is already happening, even though I don't see it, even though it's nowhere to be found, even though I can't touch it. I believe it. It's already happening. It's already mine. Right? And by making these positive declarations as a part of your life, your daily life, you're helping your mind to prioritize positivity over negativity. Okay? So let's be super transparent, super real here. The mind always goes to the negative before the positive. Always. You get into a new relationship, oh, something's wrong with him, something's gonna happen, this is too good to be true. You start a workout, routine, oh, I'm not gonna end up, this is not gonna last, I'll probably die down in a week. Oh, whatever it is, our mind usually goes over to the negative side way before it goes to the positive side. But affirmations motivate us to take action and to realize our goals, our deepest desires. And I'll say this again. Affirmations motivate us to take action and to realize our goals. Now, I can say that I 100% would not be where I am today, both personally and professionally, if it was not for the power of affirmations in my life. Okay, and I will be transparent and super real here because that's what we're doing. If it was not for the power of God in my life. And, I do believe that He is the one that led me to the power of affirmations, because affirmations and prayers, they are one, and I'll talk about this a little later, but I wouldn't be here because I believe that I trained my mind, I trained myself to believe that good things were going to happen, that there was light at the end of a tunnel, that I would be saved, that I would be okay. I believe that. I truly did. For many years I didn't, but when I understood the power of words and understood what I was speaking over my life and the power of affirmations and manifestation, that's when everything changed for me. I was practicing the power of affirmations long before I even knew what affirmations were. Long before. Actually, at the time, I called it praying. Now I know and realize that the two are actually one. So powerful. The two are one. Now, what exactly am I speaking about? That might sound confusing, or the two are one. What do you mean by that? How are the two one? I've never heard of anybody say that. What are you saying here, Elizabeth, right? Well, it's a short sentence, okay? An affirmation is a short sentence that motivates, inspires, and encourages you to take action and to realize your goals, right? And it's a sentence that you repeat often, in order to imprint it on your subconscious mind. The repetition will change your behavior and your habits and your point of view. Okay, that's what happens through repetition, right? Well, that's what happens through prayer as well. Words and thoughts have power. And when you repeat them often, they will in various ways affect and make changes in your mind, in your environment, in your life, right? Affirmations are a positive thought and belief. It's a positive thought and belief that can change your thought patterns and help you to overcome negative self-talk. That is the power of affirmations. You've all heard of the book, The Secret, well, it's no secret, right? It really isn't, but sometimes we know the things we know, or we don't know the things we don't know, kind of thing. I don't know how to say that, probably not making sense. But, affirmations are suggestions and thoughts that you give to yourself, be it either positive or negative. There's negative affirmations too. It's the words that you're constantly repeating to yourself. I'm not smart enough. I'm not tall enough. My legs aren't long enough. My skin's not nice enough. My tummy isn't small. Whatever, right? It's either negative or positive. And as you give yourself these suggestions, you're feeding them into your subconscious mind, which is what ultimately helps to determine your overall attitude. Yes. Some deep stuff. It's deep, okay? It's so powerful, and it's 1000% real. And when you constantly feed your subconscious with good, joyful, and happy ideas and visions, and we do this sometimes. We do this sometimes, but we do more of the negative than we do the positive, right? But when you're constantly feeding your subconscious with the good, joyful, happy ideas and visions, your mind begins to accept these suggestions as reality, because your subconscious is unable to differentiate between your imagination and your reality. Yes, that is so deep, okay? Also very important, you don't want to force the negative thoughts to just disappear like that. You don't want to force that process, right? Rather, you need to learn how to become aware of the thoughts and accept them without putting any judgment on them or on yourself. Because we're really good at doing that, right? We're good at that, right? And look, you don't want to wait before you can think positive thoughts. That's like, you don't want to wait, like saying, I want to wait for a specific thing to happen. I want to wait till I find that soulmate. I'm going to wait until I am able to buy a home. I'm going to wait till I get a better job. You don't want to wait. You don't want to wait for that. You want to manifest it in whatever situation you're in, whatever environment you're in, whatever relationship you're in, whatever is happening. You want to literally tap into the power of affirmations in order to manifest whatever it is that you desire and deserve. Okay? You don't want to wait to be happy. When you can choose to be happy right now, right? One affirmation I repeat to myself daily, every morning. I look in the mirror, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm doing my thing in the mirror every day, and in every way, I'm experiencing more and more joy and peace in my life. Now, I did not wait until I was actually experiencing joy and peace in my life before I started saying that. And I'm inviting you to say these things out loud. Each and every day, I'm experiencing more and more joy and peace in my life. Okay? You start that today. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my story and in regards to the power of affirmations, okay? I'll be the first to tell you, I did not just wake up having this kind of faith. I did not just wake up like this, okay? If things went according to generational history or to my past, I don't know if I'd be alive today. I was born and raised in poverty in the projects of downtown Toronto, Canada, in an extremely abusive household. My father was sexually abusive, physically and emotionally abusive. My mother was extremely emotionally, physically, and mentally abusive as well. And both of my parents were severe alcoholics, and both were what I would call broken human beings. And so they gave me what they had. They gave me their best. They gave me what was given to them. They didn't get any help, therapy, counseling. They didn't have a pastor, a therapist, a friend, somebody who could help them. They had nothing and no one. And so what they gave me was what they were given. And of course, I understand this now because of the power of forgiveness. For many years, I didn't understand that. And so growing up in poverty and in the projects, I never imagined a life of peace, of wellness, of love, of freedom, ever, To be honest, I didn't even think I'd be alive at 30. And I'm just a little over 30 now, but no. But yes, like both personally and financially, I didn't think I'd be here today. Everything and everyone around me was broke and broken, including myself, right? And not only was my childhood filled with abuse and pain, my teens and my 20s were what I thought at the time worse. Okay, that I thought at the time was worse. At a very tender age, my grandmother, my avó, which is how we say grandmother in Portuguese, taught me how to pray. And although I had no idea what that really was, I did everything this woman told me to do. And I believed her. I believed in her. She was the only person on earth at the time that I knew loved me and that I deeply, deeply loved. So whatever she said, I believed. She would tell me to say things like, I'm beautiful, God will always protect me, I'm smart, I'm strong, nobody can harm me, and this was her way of praying to God. So I learned how to pray at a very young age. I mean, at least the basis, right? The basics. And now what I realized was that I would only speak to God like this when I felt I was in danger, or when there was some form of abuse happening in the house, or my father was abusing my mother, or when I was in need. And I'm not saying that my grandmother taught me to pray only in times of need. What I'm saying is that because I was living through extreme abuse and pain, I thought I was only to pray when I needed God to save me. What I'm saying is that because I was living in and through extreme abuse and pain, I thought I was to only pray when I needed God to save me. It's just how my little innocent mind saw things at the time. Now, as an adult and someone who practices affirmations on a daily basis, I know that what my grandmother was doing was not only teaching me how to pray, but how to put things out there, how to affirm, how to give things my word, how to believe, how to have faith, how to believe that what I was saying, or believe in what I was saying, how to see it as something that was already done, and how to have faith in the unseen. So although I was going through what I would call hell at home, and everything that was happening around me was just so chaotic and painful, she was teaching me how to believe in the unseen, which is the power of faith, which I say is very equal to affirmations. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 defines faith as confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. And that is what my grandmother was doing. So although there was no evidence around me that things would get better and that I would one day be far away from this abuse, I continued to say things like, I am free from this pain. My parents don't hurt me anymore. I live with a loving family. And I believed that. I did believe that. I am special. I am smart. I am worthy of love, because that is what my avo taught me to do. That is what she believed. And because she believed in this and I believed in her, I believed in it as well. I know for certain that what I was saying would one day come true. I would even lay in bed at night and turn my face into the pillow, and I would say them out loud, but nobody could hear me because my face was squished so tightly against the pillow. And this was the beginning of my journey with affirmations. I continued to write and speak affirmations right into my 20s, through my 30s, and now 40s. I practice them more than ever. As a matter of fact, just before I went under emergency brain surgery, I heard the surgeon say over me, as he was standing there over me, don't worry, Elizabeth, we're going to take really good care of you. You'll be okay. And I remember saying just before I went out, he must have, while he was saying that, he must have been injecting the, whatever it is that they put inside of you, the anesthesia. He must have been doing something because I was out right after that. And I remember saying my exact words when I heard him say that. I said, "Oh no, I'm okay. I'm already healed. I'm okay. I'm already healed." Literally, that was the last thing I said before I went under. And the powerful part about this is that I didn't go under in fear. I went under in faith. I'm going to say that again. I didn't go under in fear. I went under in faith. Had I went under in fear, I don't know if the results would have been the same. So I have included 5 different sections of affirmations here. Number 1 is financial freedom. 2 is health and wellness. 3 is relationships. 4 is self-love. And 5, spirituality. You can go through these sections or each section one at a time, or perhaps there's an area of your life where you need to practice and apply affirmations the most, whether it's health and wellness, relationships, your finances, right? So I want you to, well, this is what I do. I choose a few affirmations that speak to my heart's desires or goals the most. I write them out for 12 to 14 times. Sometimes it's the same affirmation over and over and over, or I choose 2 to 3 and I repeat them 3 or 4 times each, okay? Or like I said, choose one and write them out over and over. You can do 12 times, 20 times, whatever you have time for. I would say I'm inviting you to make the time, even if it's 3 minutes a day. It does not take long at all, but it's so important. It is so important that you start your day off with affirmations. I want you to speak them, write them. If you don't want to write them, that's okay. Just speak them, say them out loud. Don't just say it in your head. You need to say them out with confidence and a surety. Okay, so I want you to say it like it's happening, like it's already happening, because guess what? It is. It's already done. You just got to have faith to believe in that vision, that thing, that goal, whatever it is that you want to manifest in your life. Remember, we become what we think about the most. And if we feed our minds with negative thoughts, we'll experience life through a very dark lens. Small things that shouldn't affect us ultimately become bigger than they are because our mind is so focused on the worst possible outcome rather than the best outcome. So the goal and purpose of affirmations is to focus on the opportunities before you. Focus on the opportunities before you, right? So, with our 24/7 access to media outlets around the world, it's no wonder, more and more people are unable to achieve, a blissful and abundant state of mind, right? Because of so much stuff that's going on around us that we're plugged into, that we're subscribed to, right? So many of us were trained and raised to survive rather than thrive. And while this can be beneficial for us as species, focusing our brains on survival does nothing, absolutely nothing, to guarantee our personal success. Right? I want you to think about that. If I did this a long time ago, right, I would have flourished both financially and personally many, many years ago. And not that it's too late, right? You start today, you start now, and you do this every day for 2 to 3 minutes, right? Our job is to stand guard at the doors of our thoughts and feed it empowering words. And this is where positive affirmations come into play. That is our job, is to stand guard at the doors of our thoughts and feed it inspiring, empowering words. That's our job. That's your job. That's how we're able to create a life we truly desire, right? So there's over 140 affirmations in the app currently right now. There's going to be many, many more. I will continue to add more. So there's plenty to choose from. You can literally do 30 days of health and wellness, 30 days of relationships, 30 days of financial freedom, right? Or you can read one by one and use that specific one for as many days as you want. You can just have one, money, clients, and opportunities flow to me with ease. Money, clients, opportunities. If business is your thing, if you're trying to make more money, generate, different streams of income, right? You can say money, clients, opportunities flow to me with ease. And you say it with faith, believing that it already is, right? So it's up to you how you want to use these affirmations. I'm just inviting you to find your flow and just roll with it. Okay? So remember, you have everything it takes to create a life that you desire. See you soon.